So today I'm going to show you how to basically take apart a couple pieces on an M&P AR15. Me and my buddy had some problems last night, and yeah, it was kind of hilarious, but essentially it's really not that hard of a problem. Essentially what you do is, M&P's kind of crazy. What they like to do is they put their essentially their locking bolts here opposite of most guns. So take that out. Essentially that brings that lower right there out from your upper receiver. Okay, this basically comes out fairly easily. So you got your bolt. Okay, so we put that back. Now my M&P is just a bit different, but just to show you, because mine comes out a little bit easier, is you can actually take these pins out on both sides. I prefer to do front first and then the rear. Reason being is no way out yet. Well, reason is I'm probably an idiot. Essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to take that out. All right, so again, what you want to do is just essentially take this piece, pull that piece out, bolt comes out, blah. Now, the weird challenging piece that everyone always has to seem to have a problem with is essentially putting it back together. And part of the reason why that's an issue is because really at the end of the day, there's just a small little thing you have to do in order to get this piece and this piece together. Just looking at these two bolts, as you can see, one's a little bit shorter, one's a little bit longer. Not necessarily in terms of like the length per se, but this little piece right here, right? So essentially, same parts, same pieces, blah blah blah. So what you do is you essentially will take your rod here, and within the rod, in this little slit here, you're gonna bring it in there, and you're gonna find a slot. And there's that slot. Then what you do, make sure that you got this thing here in that spot there. So you can turn it sideways, and then you take the whole thing apart. But for this, you want to do this. Okay. And then essentially what you do is, when you find that spot where it hits, there is like a little itty bitty spot there. It'd be really hard to see here, but essentially that goes in, plop. Same thing here, although we're gonna put my buddy's whole thing back on here. I guess he likes it like that, but at any rate, screw right here just to keep it in place while we're doing this. Hopefully y'all even see that, but essentially same mechanism, right? You look down there, there's a little groove in there, so a little groove down there. Take this and make sure it's lined up. Stick it in there, just like that. This should go all the way in. See, now this is firing pin turned. So all you do is just take it out just a little bit even. Just right back in. Right? So it's back in. Firing pin in there, just to make sure. And it's back together. So really not that complicated of a basically a takedown. Same thing with mine. Essentially, I like to go in front for some reason. again. Alright, everything looks good to go. And by the way, always recommend PMags. Now these are loaded, obviously I am not going to chamber anything, but it does look pretty sweet with the camo for sure. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Naked Gold. Hopefully you found this helpful, useful. If anything else, just always be safe. Always check your stuff. Make sure you don't have anything in the cartridge. Or put your guns away. And hope you enjoyed the video.